Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the North Broward Preparatory School here in Coconut Creek, Florida for tonight's contest between the visiting Coral Glades Jaguars and the North Broward Eagles. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here, so excited to be welcoming you to this contest tonight. This is a big test for the Jaguars because they have a very similar record and very similar stats overall to North Broward, but only 5 of their 15 games have been played against a team with a winning record. Tonight will prove whether or not they're paper Jaguars. Also, we've got this little pocket radar here, which should be pretty fun. Now, this game's coming up in just a moment. Thank you so very much for joining us. This should end up being a good one. We'll be right back with the starting lineups in the national anthem after this.
Introducing the Jaguars. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 14, Cloven's Challenger. Batting second, playing center field, number 3, Braden Hoskins. Batting third, playing third, number 11, Asa Lindo. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 2, Zach Cray. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 17, Charlie Beatty. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 12, Jason Lincoln. Batting seventh, playing first, number 7, Caleb Connert. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 8, Tyler Villanueva. Batting ninth, playing right field, number 10, Sean Worski. And playing second, number 15, Gelfand Gonzalez. And the rest of the Jaguars. And now introducing your MVP Eagles.
Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Batting first, playing shortstop, number 2, Kieran O'Neill. Batting second, playing second, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez. Batting third, playing left field, number 3, Max Burkholz. Batting fourth, playing first, number 34, Josiah Haslam. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 19, Campbell Harrison. Batting sixth, playing center field, number 8, Anthony Mestre. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 44, Julian Rodriguez. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 13, Adolfo Camacho. Batting ninth, playing third, number 5, Alex Smith. And the pitcher, number 6, Jack Rostock. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for our performance of the national anthem.
It is game time in Coconut Creek. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here, not only on the call, but running every single aspect of this broadcast as the Coral Glades Jaguars come in to take on the North Broward Eagles. On the mound tonight for North Broward is Jack Rostock. Currently has a .326 ERA and 19 1/3 innings pitched, 25 hits, 15 runs allowed, 9 of them earned, 14 walks, and 15 strikeouts. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Coral Glades Jaguars, here's what you need to know. It's a team of singles hitters. In fact, they've only hit 10 extra base hits this entire season so far. No home runs included in that. That's just 8 doubles and 2 triples. However, they have blazing speed, more than doubling North Broward's stolen base counts for this year, and that's not something that the Eagles are necessarily used to seeing out there. They also have very disciplined pitching, having fewer pitches per batter's face than North Broward. Also a big difference between those walk and strikeout numbers. The pitcher they'll see tonight, Jason Lincoln, has only 8 walks and 40 strikeouts. They're a very young team as well, but they have a very low strength of schedule. That's the big key here tonight, is that Coral Glades has only faced winning teams in 5 of their 15 games. Rostock throwing 83 on that warm-up pitch, and we are all ready to get underway. Cloven's Challenger will lead off for the Coral Glades Jaguars tonight.
Now at number 14, Cloven's Challenger.
Challenger, the shortstop, batting .256 so far this season. Rostock delivers, and it's a ball. We are underway. That fastball coming in at 86 miles an hour, according to this pocket radar I was gifted for the game by, well, Rostock. Finds the outside corner, and he's got himself a strike tonight. Rostock, the junior, has shown flashes of brilliance as Challenger hits one into left field. That falls on the porch, and he has himself a single to start off this contest. Not exactly the start that Rostock wanted, but it's the hand he's going to have to work with because it's what he's been dealt. Here comes Braden Hoskins, the center fielder. Hoskins batting .324. Attempts the bunt, doesn't pull back in time. Challenger has stolen 4 bases this season, but it's Hoskins who's the real stolen base threat. Hoskins, as a throw, gets past Haslam, and now Challenger will advance to second. As mentioned, North Broward hasn't dealt with too many stolen base threats this season, and that could be an Achilles heel tonight. Hoskins, who's up to bat right now, has stolen as many bases as the entirety of North Broward combined. Lays down the bunt, goes foul. Rostock throws hard, has had a little bit of trouble with control, but then again, he is just a junior. .90 miles an hour. It's a pass ball. Rodriguez looks the runner back, throws out the runner at first, and there's one down. Excellent maturity from Rodriguez behind the plate, who's really just been a rock there all season. That's the first strikeout of the night, of course, for Rostock. He had 5 in his last outing against Pinecrest. Another bunt considered, attempted, but another strike. Asa Lindo, the batter, has a .310 average, the captain of this squad. in the dirt. Rodriguez is able to trap it and make sure that Challenger can't take off. Rostock keeping a very close eye on the runner. And Lindo calls time. Wisely so, trying to control the pace of this at-bat. Heard a grunt of effort from Rostock as he powered that past Lindo. Now it's 1-2. Fouled off. 88, that fastball. By hitting 90, Rostock's already exceeded his highest posted fastball velocity. For now, we thought he topped out at 89. Mixes things up, that breaking ball coming in at 80 miles an hour. Man, it's cool to have a radar. What a nice little perk. A little addition to the broadcast. Here's the 2-2. Outside, framing attempt from Rodriguez doesn't get the job done. And now it's a full count with a runner on second and one out. Lindo calls time once again. It's been threatening to rain all afternoon, but the sun is finally starting to poke out of the clouds. Here's a full count. Strike three, and Rostock rings up his second of the first inning. That fastball at 89 miles an hour. Lindo thought that he had a free pass, but that was not the case. That'll bring up Zach Cray. Challenger still threatening. Opponents are batting .291 against Rostock. He had a rocky start this season, but he's really been bearing down and figuring it out as it's gone along. And Cray hits one right up the middle. It falls in front of Mestre, who boots it. Challenger comes home, and the Jaguars are first on the board. It's 1-0 Coral Glades. An RBI single for Zach Cray gets the Jaguars on.
Now that number 17, Charlie Beatty.
Now here's Charlie Beatty. He's batting .375 this season. And a runner on first takes his first strike. Cray, in contrast to the rest of the Jaguar squad, has not yet stolen a base this season. Cray also just a freshman out there. It is a very young squad for Coral Glades. Same goes for North Broward, just a little less young. Fastball finds the zone, and Beatty is behind 1-2. Runner goes. Rodriguez hoses him, And we are out of the top of the first. Did not stand a chance. Rodriguez, an incredibly powerful arm out there. And we head to the bottom of the first. Thank you so very much for joining us. We'll be right back after this. North Broward ready to start things off against the Jaguars right now. Jason Lincoln on the mound for Coral Glades. A 1.71 ERA so far this season and 32 2/3 innings pitched. Lincoln has walked 8 and struck out 40 this season. Quite the difference and evident of a lot of control. But he's going to face a tough test right off the bat in the form of Kieran O'Neill, the UCF commit. He watches the first pitch go by for a ball. Not the hardest throwing. His first pitch comes in second pitch comes in at 80 miles an hour, but he's got an interesting arm slot, and that can confuse batters. O'Neill fouls it off down the right field line. O'Neill batting .283 this season. Fouls off the next pitch he sees. Manager Brian Campbell saying he wants to see 3 more pitches out of him. Extend this to a quality at bat. But that hits O'Neill in the elbow. That is painful. Of all the places you want to get hit, that is not one of them. North Broward is a runner on first.
Number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
North Broward is a runner on first, but not the way they wanted to get one. They don't want their leadoff hitter going down or feeling any sort of hurt out there, especially as he's a shortstop, and that's a very important position to have a good elbow with. That was Lincoln's first hit by pitch of the entire season so far. Lays off, but that pitch finds his zone low and inside. And Rodriguez hits one to short. Challenger gets the force at second, and Rodriguez is safe on a fielder's choice.
Now batting, number 3, Max Burkle.
And here comes Burkles, who is chasing the single-season batting average record for North Broward. He's got .490 to beat. He's currently at .525. He's just got to keep this pace up for the rest of the season. And right off the bat, he hits one into left field. Rodriguez being waved around as the left fielder, Beatty, can't handle it, and it's a stand-up double for Burkles. One pitch is all he needs.
Number 34, Josiah Haslam.
Two runners in scoring position with one out for Josiah Haslam. Haslam, one of the most dangerous hitters in Florida. He's been struggling the last couple of games, but He can do some serious damage as that's a ball at the hands. Burkle's only needed one pitch. Haslam on the ground down the interstate, but foul. Take another look and decide for yourself. It's borderline to me. Instead of an RBI, it's a 1-1 count. Wind blowing out to left field, which helps Haslam. Holds off on the breaking ball, and Haslam's behind 1-2. Large visitors contingent in the stands here for Coral Glades. Haslam pops one up. Right center field. Charging in. It falls! Rodriguez scores. Burkles to third and Haslam all the way to second. It's an RBI double for Josiah Haslam.
Now batting, number 19, Campbell Harrison.
That's all it takes, and North Broward has already tied things up. Here's Campbell Harrison. There's a big opportunity for him tonight. Yet to have a hit this season, though he does have a walk and 4 strikeouts. This is his 11th at-bat so far. And he hits one sky high to left center field. Underneath it is Beatty, who brings it down. But a run is coming home. Burkle scores. It's a sac fly for Harrison, and technically not an at-bat.
Now batting, number 8, Anthony Mestre.
Now here's Mestre. That's Harrison's first RBI of the season. It is 2-1 North Broward now. Mestre with a chopper right back to challenger, who flubs it for a moment, throws, it's low, and Mestre beats it. Runners to the corners now.
Now batting, number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
The sun is really coming out in force now. Where was this all day? Julian Rodriguez gets plunked. And now the bases are loaded. Looks like we've got ourselves a mound visit. You know, Rodriguez got hit just a day or two ago. Or a game or two ago, I should say. And he also got hit in the back. I have a feeling he's probably getting a little sick of this. Coral Glades has an excellent pitching squad. A team ERA of 186, a whip of 118, and a strikeout to walk ratio of 170. That's the same as North Broward. In fact, their opposing batting average is lower than North Broward. Now Camacho's up with 2 outs, and the base is loaded. And he slaps one into right field. Haslam scores. Another runner being waved around. That's Mestre, who gets home in time. And we've got another RBI double. It's 4-1.
Now batting, number 5, Alex Smith.
Rodriguez all the way to third, Camacho on second, and that brings up Smith. Smith fouls one off, and it looks like he fouled it off right against himself. North Broward thought they might have been in a little bit of trouble. After that top of the first, clearly, they've got nothing to worry about. In the dirt, another run coming home. Throw to the pitcher does not get there in time, and it's 5-1. Rodriguez scores on a wild pitch. Camacho on third now. And Lincoln's got to be careful. He doesn't want to start pitching out of frustration. Smith fouls one off out of play. When you get real frustrated out there, you start throwing harder than usual, but your accuracy suffers as a result, and that is Lincoln's best attribute. Got to stay cool, calm, collected. As Smith fouls off another one, same play, still out of play. Full count now with a runner on third. And another foul ball. Smith really working this one. He's batting .158 this season. But when he can make contact, he's really made a difference. He's hit a home run, he's hit a triple. And he's got time to get it together. He's just a sophomore. He works a walk in this at-bat. Manager Joe Franco coming out. This could be it for Lincoln already. It looks like Lincoln's day is done before it even begins. Asa Lindo coming onto the mound for Coral Glades. We'll step away as he warms up. Thank you so much for joining us here on YouTube. Lincoln's final line tonight. 2/3 of an innings pitched, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned runs, a walk, a hit batsman, and a wild pitch. Now Lindo is Coral Glades' other ace. He's got a 187 ERA in 30 innings of work. A 120 whip on top of that, 19 walks, 29 strikeouts. However, he does have 9 hit by pitches. And once again, the sun comes out and I've got to adjust the camera. It'd be nice if it could make up its mind. 2 outs, runners at the corners now. As we've got a pinch hitter for O'Neill, it's Coupe. Coupe, this is his 9th at-bat of the year. Yet to get a hit. Lindo with a similar arm slot to Lincoln, and that may not bode well. North Broward's already used to seeing it. Soft breaking ball outside, and it's a 3-0 start for Lindo. Four-pitch walk worked by Coupe. That'll bring up Rodriguez.
Now batting, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
On to batter number 11 of the inning. In the dirt, but blocked by the catcher, Cray. Lindo has started off his night with 5 straight balls. Finally finds the zone. Hit through the gap between short and third. 2 runs are going to score as the throwback to Challenger misses, though it is fielded by Lindo. That's an RBI double, a 2 RBI double for Rodriguez. He stays hot.
Now batting, number 3, Max Burkle.
Rodriguez stays hot. It is 7-1. Coupe to third. Camacho scores. Smith scores. Lindo still having trouble finding the zone. You know, as a pitcher, you want to paint the corners, but this is more like a Jackson Pollock painting. Inside, another walk.
Number 34, Josiah Haslam.
Haslam up for the second time this inning. An RBI double, his first time up. A lazy curve finds the outside of the zone. Big hack, nothing to show for it, and Haslam's down 0-2. He's struck out 13 times this season. Also has 6 homers, though. Bases loaded, 1-2, 2 outs. Here's Lindo. 65 miles an hour, that breaking ball. Haslam pops it straight up, brought down by Lindo, and a messy first inning has finally come to a close. 13 batters for North Broward in this first inning. We finally head to the second. Charlie Beatty will start things off. In the bottom of the second, he had his first chance at bat, which ended prematurely with a caught stealing. He was up to a 2-2 count when Cray was nabbed at second. Already Rostock ahead, 0-2. And that one is hit very well into left field. That is a solid base hit and then some for Beatty. Having about as hot of a spring as Brett Beatty. That brings up Jason Lincoln, the former pitcher. Rostock gave up a hit to start off this game, and he did pretty well getting out of that inning. Breaking ball in for a ball at 79. Lincoln batting 194. 7 hits, 7 walks, 15 Ks. Fouled off. Someone from the Glades dugout says, I like it. And, well, let's be honest, after that first inning, you got to like something. Good breaking ball just off the plate. Two with a runner on first. Chopped back up the middle. Coupe tries to do the double play, but it falls out of his glove. Everyone's safe. Coupe had a great chance to turn a double play, but just could not hold on to the ball. That's an E6 to bring up Conert. Conert pulls back the bunt. Rostock's got a 6-run cushion to work with here. Conert thinking bunt again. Haslam comes well charging in, but that time it's a strike. Misses the plate again. Rostock averages 3.8 pitches per batter faced, which is about average for this team. The wind is picking up for the first time today. Clean miss. Rostock took a little bit off of that fastball, came in at 87. Hey, he's the one who gave me this pocket radar. I might as well use it. Two on. In the dirt. Looks like he's fishing for a grounder. The full count. Misses the plate, and Rostock has walked the bases loaded. Rodriguez is going to go out to talk to him. Pitching coach coming out as well, and we've got ourselves an official mound visit. Coral Glades trying to rebound from a 10-0 loss to Taravella a few days ago. Meanwhile, North Broward Last played on the, I don't know why it says the 25th. Today's the 25th. They played the 21st. North Broward won 11-1, of course, off of a huge effort from Filippo Baldassari, who nearly had a no-hitter, lost it with one out in the final inning. A walk and 10 strikeouts for him, and also Braden Hassel had a breakout game with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. Now with the bases loaded, it's Tyler Villanueva. Pops one up foul. Nothing matters more to the success of a young pitcher than confidence, and that's what Rodriguez and the North Broward coaching staff are trying to instill in Rostock here. Saying, hey, you can do this, you can get out of this. As he gets Villanueva to chase the breaking ball at 79. Rostock deals. Same pitch, same place. This time he doesn't bite. Taking his time out there. Elevates, but once again, outside. Two with the bases loaded, no outs. Swing and a miss. That's a Thanksgiving swing, but all Villanueva got was Columbus Day.
Now batting number 10, Sean Worski.
Now it's Worski. And there's a strike. Worski, the right fielder, batting .094 this season. And there's no way he's catching up to that fastball. He's in an 0-2 hole. Breaking ball freezes him. Rostock asks if he needs help with anything. Worski says, nope, just looking.
Now number 14, Cloven's challenger.
And speaking of holes, Rostock slowly but surely digging his way out of one. Loaded the bases and now struck out 2. Fastball demolished to left field. Coming in as Burkles. Not demolished as much as he thought, and Rostock gets himself out of a jam. Bases loaded, no outs. Doesn't surrender a single run. As a pitcher, that is exactly what you want to see. We head to the bottom of the second. Five, 6, 7 batters coming up for North Broward now. Team's batting .243 with a .376 on-base percentage and slugging percentage. They've raised the batting average about 50 points since the start of March. 100 runs, 111 hits, and about a third of them for extra bases, which is an excellent number if you're North Broward. A lot to be confident about at the bat, especially since they didn't have too much confidence with it as the season began.
Number 19, Campbell Harrison.
Here comes Harrison. Harrison, nicknamed Soup, as is pretty much every player who's ever been named Campbell. Breaking ball drops in and rolls all the way to the backstop. And that's 2 balls in a row. You know, every Campbell's named Soup. Maybe we expand it. We call him minestrone or something. The pitch to Matzo Ball, the strike. No, that doesn't quite work. Grounded to third. Fielded by Lincoln. Throw across the diamond gets him.
Now batting, number 8, Anthony Mestre.
A 6-3 following his RBI sacks fly for Harrison, bringing up Mestre, who singled and later scored in his first at-bat. Takes his first strike. Mestre, a preseason All-Florida honorable mention from Perfect Game as he skies one towards right field. Back at the scoreboard, having trouble but bringing it down is Worski. An impressive effort out there to get the out. That was not an easy ball to track.
Now batting, number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
The wind was blowing that ball every which way. Worski had to do quite a job to bring it down. Rodriguez hits it right back to center. And if you're Lindo, that's exactly the inning you wanted in the second. 1, 2, 3, and we head to the third. We're back with the top of the third. Sam Gelfand here on the call and running every single aspect of this broadcast. 2, 3, 4 batters coming up for the Jaguars, starting with Braden Hoskins. And he lines one into right. That drops in for a hit. Hoskins heading to second. Sliding in, beats the throw. Throw gets away from Smith. And that's a double. That is only extra base hit number 11 this season for the Jaguars. And now Hoskins could be a threat to steal third. Rostock has allowed a hit for the first batter of all 3 innings now. Lindo struck out looking his first time up back in the first. Gets away, and Hoskins is on third. Rostock had to bear down and recover. And he gets Lindo to swing, off speed at 82. Misses, and now it's 3-1. Here comes Rostock. On the ground to short. Run scores, but they get the out at first. It's 3-2. It's 7-2. It's 7-2. Giving myself options in post. Runner on first, one out. Throw over to Rostock, who steps on the bag. Now there's two down. Where'd that runner go? Okay, I'm confused. Beatty swings, has nothing to show for it. 1-2, 2 outs. That's strikeout number 5 for Rostock tonight. With a little bit of trouble, Rostock continues to get himself out of jams. We head to the bottom of the third. Camacho will start off the bottom of the third for North Broward.
Now batting, number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
Lindo still on the mound. Lindo committed to Pasco Hernando State College up in Tampa. It's NJCAA Division II. As Camacho lines one down the line. That's fair, allegedly. North Broward will take it as Camacho takes advantage of the confusion for a double. Bit controversial, according to the visiting dugout, the visiting fans.
Alex Smith.
That's the second double of the night for Camacho in his 9th hit. For the Eagles, that's a great way to start off the inning. See if we can take one more look at that. It doesn't show it. That was right down the line. That ball was on the line. Don't forget, on the line is fair in baseball. It may not be that way in many other sports. On the line's out in football. It's out in basketball, not in baseball. The 2-0 to Smith is fouled off. Smith walked and later scored his first at-bat back in the first. It's the last batter faced by Lincoln. Thinks about laying down a bunt, but it is way outside. Here's a fun little fact. Lindo, heading to Pasco Hernando State College, will be coached there by none other than North Broward alum Dusty Snyder. As Smith hammers one right field, heading back to the warning track, but foul. It's an exciting way to get to a 3-2 count. And for North Broward, how disappointing. For Smith, how disappointing. That stayed fair. Would have been an extra base hit or more. Runner on on second. Full count for Smith and Lindo. Fouled off again. This is a quality at-bat. Smith pokes it foul, this time the other way. Way to work the pitch count. Perhaps a slightly lesser concern for Lindo as he doesn't throw quite as hard, and the less hard you throw, the more pitches generally you're able to throw before you have to be taken out. Lindo just had to tie his shoe. Still a full count. Breaking ball at 66 miles an hour, walks Smith, his second of the day.
Now batting, number 4, Gabriel Coupe.
Coupe's second at-bat of the day, replacing O'Neill as a precautionary measure after O'Neill started the game by getting hit by a pitch on the elbow. And Lindo looks the runners back. These bleachers still filling up here in Coconut Creek. And Coupe takes his first strike. Lindo deals, fouled off. Coupe also walked his first time up. Now he's behind 0-2. Not a strikeout, though. Right back into the glove of Lindo. The throw to third pops out of Lincoln's glove. Everybody's safe on the E5.
Now batting, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
Stop me if you've heard this one before, but the bases are loaded for North Broward. Eagles on a pond now for Rodriguez, who pops one up, right field. Warski underneath it, brings it down. Run coming home, Camacho scores. It is 8-2.
Now batting, number 3, Max Burkle.
The other runners stay where they are for Burkles. Smith on second, Coupe at first. Burkles has a double and a walk on the night. Burkles works a lot of walks, but he works more hits than that. And there's another as it falls on the short porch in right. Smith waved home, Coupe to third. Burkles has an RBI single.
Now batting, number 34, Josiah Haslam.
That is hit number 23 for Burkles this season, expanding that .525 batting average coming into this game. And that brings up Haslam who has an RBI double already tonight. Nearly gets away from the catcher, Cray, but he's able to track it down. Runner goes. Cray decides to go for the runner at third, and Burkholz has snagged a bag. That's his third of the season. Haslam lays off, and that's a strike. Haslam straight into center field. Bringing it down, a sliding catch out there. But that'll advance the runners. And it's 9-2. North Broward continues to eat away and expand this lead.
Now batting, number 19, Campbell Harrison.
Two sac flies in this inning. Bring home 2 runs. 3 runs in total. Coupe scores there. Burkholz to third. Off the sac fly by Haslam. Now here's Harrison. Harrison pops it up. Out of play. Lands just behind the visiting dugout. Harrison 0 for 1 with an RBI sac fly in the first. Ten to 2 the lead now. And Harrison destroys one to left field, back at the warning track. And that lands at the base of the wall. Burkholz scores, and Harrison has an RBI double, his first base hit of the year. I think most people in this park thought that one was out of here.
Anthony Mestre.
There was good reason to think that might have been out of here, but it did land just short. The wind died down, and that probably didn't help. Had the wind been blowing out to left as it was earlier in this game, that would have been out of here. Instead, it's an RBI double, but Harrison no longer batting zeros. Gets away from Cray, and Harrison advances to third. One 0 count, 2 outs to Mestre. Now a runner on third. Here's Lindo. Mestre is batter number 8 of the inning. So that one misses the zone again. Misses off the plate. It's 3-1. Harrison taking a lead off of third. And Mestre walks.
Now batting, number 44, Adrian Rodriguez.
Here's Rodriguez, who was hit by a pitch his first at-bat, then flew out to center. With runners at the corners, 2 outs. Chops one on the ground to Lincoln at third. Across the diamond, gets the out. That run doesn't score, but North Broward's already done plenty of damage. We head to the fourth. It's 11-2. Coral Glades batting .234 this season with a .380 on-base percentage, but it's that slugging percentage that's very telling. Only 11 extra base hits so far this season. They added one on since that graphic was made. Far more strikeouts than walks, but that's pretty typical of pretty much every team in this league. So that one's hit to short. Coupe over to Haslam for out number 1. Rostock still throwing hard out there. Oh, he's 2-0 now. Fouled off by Konert. Konert brushed back by the fastball. Now it's 3-1. Konert hits one to left. Burkholz falls underneath and gets the out. More or less a can of corn for Burkholz out there. Now here's Villanueva, who struck out his first at-bat, and there's a strike there. Rostock took a little something off of that. Got the strike. 0-2, 2 outs. Another strikeout. Rodriguez can't find it, picks it up. And it goes out of Haslam's glove. That ends up a pass ball, and Villanueva is on first. Coach Campbell checking to make sure that the runner wasn't in the way of the throw. Now here's Worski. Goes golfing, it's 0-1. Another one low, and Villanueva will advance to second. It does say a lot that Rostock's still able to get them to swing at these pitches, even though they are well out of the zone. And now there's a runner on second, 2 outs, 0-2. Lays off the breaking ball. Despite the plea of yes, sir, from the Duke of Hazard County, Brian Campbell. Chopped foul. Rostock still very much in control of this at-bat. Breaking ball outside, though, and we got twos all around. 2-2, runner on second, 2 outs. Fastball inside, but Worski lays off. We got a full count. Working back from an 0-2 to a 3-2. Great at-bat from Worski. Yet another swing and a miss. Both of these teams have plenty of youth on their side. North Broward, 21 players, 6 seniors, 5 juniors, 8 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. And now there's a freshman on the mound for Coral Glades. It's Charlie Beatty. Camacho will start off the 4th for the Eagles.
Now batting, number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
Beatty has a 2 ERA with a 1 whip and 14 innings pitched. 4 walks, 15 strikeouts. The Jaguars hoping to avoid a mercy rule loss, and they're certainly thinking long relief. Drops in a curve for a ball to start off his tenure on the mound. Camacho with 2 doubles tonight, 2 runs as well, and 2 RBIs. That fastball up to 87 off the freshman. This radar right, that's pretty something. Two and one now for Camacho. After tonight, I think it can be safely said he's on a hot streak. Though he does miss that pitch. Now it's 2-2. Camacho batting .226 with a home run and 6 RBIs. Been batting in that 8-hole all year. Fouls it off. At 87 might have been a mistake by the radar. Nothing else is registered above 83. Breaking ball down to 69, fouled off. Camacho has walked 6 times this season, struck out 17. Another breaking ball, and now Camacho's worked a full count. Camacho works himself into a walk, and Beatty does not want to start off this inning this way.
Now batting, number 5, Alex Smith.
Now Alex Smith comes up with a runner on first. He's walked twice tonight. Beatty looks the runner back. And the North Broward dugout chanting something, might be in Spanish. Smith lays down the bunt. That goes foul. We've already seen Smith's power demonstrated earlier tonight on that big fly ball foul. Last game against Boca Raton, he went 1 for 2 with a run and RBI, but did leave 2 on base. Inside, gets away from the catcher, and it looks like that hit Smith. Wasn't quite so clear at first.
Batting, number 4, Gabriel Coupe.
Now Smith has reached base 3 times today, but is still yet to have an at-bat. Coupe must feel similarly. He had a walk and then reached first on an E5. There's a gorgeous sunset forming out in right center field. Look at that. One of the perks of living in Florida, nothing like a Florida sunset. Although the ones in Idaho were pretty spectacular too. Perhaps it's just sunsets that are great. Coupe fouls one straight back. Barely caught by the netting. Remember, the mercy rule is 10 after the 5th or 15 after the 4th. So right now we're slated to go the full 7. Coupe hits one on the ground. That goes just foul. And the Coral Glades fans are probably thinking to themselves, why couldn't we get that sort of judgment last inning? Which resulted in a double for Camacho. This one, though, certainly tailing much more foul than that one. Still 2-2 to Coupe. Lays off, it's a full count. Coupe yet to have a base hit this season. Has a walk and 2 strikeouts. Well, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts now. He's got a lot of speed out there. And that could be his first hit of the season. In fact, it is, and it'll be his first RBI as well as Camacho comes around and scores. It's an RBI single for Coupe. It's 12-2.
Now batting, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
A great base knock to be your first of the season. Now that brings up Rodriguez. Rodriguez hits it to the same place. It falls, no RBI this time as Smith is taken back to third. Smith taken back to third. Now the bases are loaded yet again.
Now batting, number 3, Max Purple.
Rodriguez staying hot. Reached base on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Then a 2 RBI double, an RBI sac fly, and now a single for him tonight. Burkles also has 2 hits and a walk, as well as an RBI and a stolen base. A ball inside, North Broward hoping to send everyone home early, and it's entirely possible. I mean, we were getting out early anyway, since this game started at 6 o'clock and not the usual 6:30. Another breaking ball outside. North Broward hoping for their third Mercy Rule win in a row. A flock of some sort of corvids, I believe crows, flies overhead, and we saw two of them circling the Coral Glades dugout at the beginning of this game. Perhaps it was an ill omen. Off the handle of the bat, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a double play. Just the fifth turned by the Jaguars this season.
Now batting, number 24, Marcus Hall.
Some heads-up fielding there. Now there's 2 outs for Hall. Marcus Hall coming in for Haslam. First pitch is a ball. Hall also yet to see a hit this season, hoping this could be his first. Yet another sophomore on this squad. He has 3 walks and a strikeout this season. So even though he is yet to have a hit, his on-base percentage is at .500. At the hands, ump says that one crosses the plate. Two and 1, 2 out, runners at the corners. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Hall clearly wanted that hit there. But the swing is not only too high, but too late. Two-two count, here's Beatty. Hall back to the shortstop and brought down for out number 3. Heads-up fielding by Challenger makes all the difference in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the 5th. North Broward has 3 outs to close this one out and send us home early. North Broward 3 outs away from another Mercy Rule win. Dropping 12 so far on the Coral Glades Jaguars, who could go down to 11-5 this season. North Broward poised to go up to 13-5. Back to the top of the order in the 5th, starting with Cloven's Challenger, an 80 grade name. Lays off the first pitch, and Rostock not only hoping to finish this off for North Broward, but pick up a complete game. It would also be the second complete game in a row for North Broward if they pull this off. Challenger holds off at the hands, and it's a 3-0 count. You can see part of that flock of crows flying across the sky on the left side of your screen. 4-pitch walk worked by Challenger. Coral Glades has one on. Rostock has allowed a base runner in the first at-bat of every inning except the 4th. That is his second walk of the night. According to Perfect Game, Rostock's 90-mile-an-hour fastball is in the 98th percentile for juniors across the country. And velocity has been the key to success for North Broward's pitching this year. Every single one of their pitchers is in the 90th percentile or better for their fastball. Felt off straight back, it's 1-2. This batter, Braden Hoskins, struck out in the first, then doubled and later scored in the third. The 1-2 hit on the ground to second, fielded by Rodriguez. They try to get the runner at second, but he is safe. The throw takes Coupe off the bag. Technically, that's a single, but that is the product of a rushed throw. Adrian Rodriguez was not quite sure what to do out there, and that hesitation cost him. Jack Rostock's night is done. A performance to be proud of, for sure, for Rostock. We'll calculate his final line and see who takes his place to finish this one out right after this. The final line for Jack Rostock tonight: 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 2 wild pitches. That is a night he can be proud of. And that brings Braden Hassel onto the rubber for North Broward. As mentioned a little bit earlier, it's been that velocity that has been North Broward's real determining factor in their pitching success. Hassel on the lower scale for this team, an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. But also, as mentioned, that's still in the 98th percentile because he's a sophomore. Hassel struggled a little bit on his last appearance on the mound, but he still has an ERA of 3.65 in 7 2/3 innings pitched. And he's zinging that thing. Got to break out this little pocket radar that Rostock gave me. It looks like we are just about ready to get back underway. Asa Lindo will be the first batter Hassel faces. And he blows that by him at 84. Play defense, a desperate plea from manager Brian Campbell. 2 on, no out. Another fastball at 84, and now that's an 0-2 count for Lindo, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout looking. Lindo lays off. A breaking ball at 73. Gets away, runners will advance. Pretty clearly a 2-2 count now. And now more dangerous for the Eagles. There's 2 runners in scoring position. Remember, if Coral Glades scores in this inning, it is not a mercy rule win, and we have to play through the 6th. Swing and a miss, and Hassel rings one up at 84 miles an hour to start off his night.
Now batting number 2, Zach Cray.
Hassel fights through that at-bat, and Lindo has 2 strikeouts tonight. Zach Cray, the batter, is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Got caught stealing as well. Foul tip. Rodriguez, the catcher, has really been a general out there. He's really succeeded at framing his pitches. He knows how to call a game. Decent blocker, too, but there's only so much he can do depending on the pitch that he's given. Now he's going to go and calm down Hassel. A fist bump from the umpire to the batter, Cray. It's not favoritism, I promise you that. You get the same rotation of umpires. Eventually, all players are going to become friendly with him. As Hassel bears down and gets a strike. Now it's 0-2 to Cray. Rodriguez sets up outside, too far outside, 1-2. Hassel hoping to get North Broward out of this one. The fastball blown by Cray. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Hassel.
Now batting number 17, Charlie Beatty.
Hassel's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now. 2 swinging strikeouts in a row. Brings up Charlie Beatty. Pitcher versus pitcher. And there's nothing that increases your morale as a player than getting out the opposing pitcher. There's a little bit of cloud lightning out in right field. Well, actually, my meteorologist friends will want me to tell you that there is technically no such thing as cloud lightning. Don't ask me what it is. Yes, I may have been a weatherman for a few months in Idaho. No, that doesn't mean that I actually know things about the weather. And now it looks like Joe Franco is protesting to the umpire. About what? I'm not quite sure. I can't hear what they're talking about. There's a 2-0 count with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. Here comes Hassel. That one is lined into left. 1 run scores. And the mercy rule is avoided for now. It is 12-3. Coral Glades picks up another. Challenger scores. Hoskins to third. That's Cray's first RBI, or excuse me, Beatty's first RBI of the night. And Lincoln watches the first strike go by. Rodriguez, a catcher, heading to talk to the manager. Is it a problem with his equipment, perhaps? He's asking for a new glove. If Hassel threw a fastball so fast that it broke the webbing on Rodriguez's glove, I mean, that's something he can be happy with. It's an expensive accomplishment, but an accomplishment nonetheless. This totally not cloud lightning is exactly why games are called on account of thunder, not on lightning. That's a real chopper to Coupe. brings it down, gets the runner at first, but another run does not score. We head to the bottom of the fifth now, 12-3. A new pitcher on the mound for the Coral Glades Jaguars. It is Gelfand Gonzalez.
Now batting,
Their fifth,
number 19, Campbell Harrison.
The fourth pitcher of the night for Coral Springs. Beatty's final line, 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, an earned run, a walk, no strikeouts, a hit batsman. Nine hits plus 2 errors have gotten North Broward on so far tonight. North Broward has committed 4 errors out on the field. And Harrison crushes one back to left field. Warning track power, though, a very loud out. Once again, had the wind been blowing out there.
11, Aiden Moldoff.
Had the wind been blown out there, once again, that could have been another homer, as the pinch hitter, Aiden Moldoff, fouls off the first pitch he sees. So that's 2 near homers for Harrison tonight, and it's pretty clear why he made varsity as a sophomore. Moldoff yet to have a hit this year, but he does have an RBI. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts for him, including a strikeout in his last appearance against Boca. The 1-1 popped up foul. Here's Gonzalez outside. Easy pitch to lay off. The sun is mostly set here in Coconut Creek. Cooling down just a little bit, and that wind is completely dead. We haven't really seen that this year. Another pitch fouled off. It has been seriously blustery this entire season at the North Broward Diamond. It's a little bizarre to see that flag out in right field completely still. Look at that on the top right corner of your screen. Gonzalez with an 0.88 ERA. As Moldoff holds off, and it's a full count. In 8 innings of work, a 138 whip. 4 walks, 10 strikeouts. 3-2-1 on the board. Here it comes. And Moldoff clubs one into left. It falls for a hit, his first of the year. And North Broward continues to rake tonight. The dugout goes wild.
Now batting,
Moldoff gets a pinch runner.
34, Julian Rodriguez.
Mestre back in to run for Moldoff, but that dugout's going nuts for Moldoff. It's like he hit a home run. And Rodriguez fouls off a pitch he knows he should have laid off. Rodriguez 0 for 2, but he was hit in the first inning and scored off of a wild pitch. Oh, 1 runner on first. Well outside. So humid out here. Really reminds you you're back in Florida. Rodriguez launches one deep to left, but that does curve foul. What a shame. That would have been way out of here. How many near home runs have North Broward had tonight? 4? Somewhere around that. Maybe 5. It's been a few games since anyone's connected, though. Runner takes off. Throw is not in time. And North Broward continues its small streak of base path kleptomania. Got to cut away from the replay as we're about to get our next pitch. Rodriguez fouls it off. Let's try the replay again. That is Mestre's second stolen base of the season. Here's the 2-2. Low, and we've got another full count. Rodriguez batting .156 this year. Hoping to raise that. Pop up right side. Racing in and not getting it is the first baseman, Conert. Though an admirable effort. Just so hard to track these balls down. Full count, 1 out. Runner in scoring position for Rodriguez. Runner takes off. He is safe. Mestre steals another bag and Rodriguez walks. Pretty much best case scenario for North Broward. That'll bring up Camacho.
Batting number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
Mestre steals 2 bags. So it seems we've got some sort of umpires conference. Perhaps debating whether or not Mestre was safe, and yes, they confirm the call. Coral Glades has certainly struggled tonight. Remember, on paper, an 11-4 record. But they just have not really had a chance to play against top-tier talent, and you're not going to find talent in a higher tier than North Broward, who right now, according to Prep Baseball Report, is a number 23 team in all of Florida, regardless of classification. As high as 14 this year. Perfect Game says they're the number 33 team in the entire United States. Breaking ball frisbees in for a strike at the hands. Camacho 2 for 2. 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and a walk. He scored 3 times. Really wanted to swing for the fences there, but taken down to 1 knee instead. Oh and 2 now. Runner takes off. Camacho hits one into right center field. That is tracked down by Warski, but a run scores. And that's all she wrote. The sacrifice fly brings home a run, and North Broward wins it in 5, 13-3. North Broward picks up their third Mercy Rule victory in a row. Absolute dominance from the Eagles, who continue to cruise in hopes of capturing yet another 3A title. Perhaps most impressively for North Broward, not a single strikeout for any of their batters tonight. I mean, just think about that. When was the last time you saw a game and not a single member of a team struck out? Doesn't happen very often, but North Broward pulled it off tonight. Thank you so very much for joining us here on YouTube. My name is Sam Gelfand, not only calling the game, but running every single aspect of this broadcast here. On behalf of everyone here at the North Broward Preparatory School and the Florida High School Athletic Association, have a very good night wherever you may be.